is this your first Comic-Con experience, or?
This is my second Comic-Con experience. I did San Diego this year.
Very cool. How is New York different?
Well, I just got here today, so I haven't really had a chance to walk around or anything. So it's hard for me to compare at this point. But yeah, you look lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't even see that. Yeah, that's cute, right? I'm used to those.
So how is it like shooting in New Zealand and doing all the physical effects and doing fighting and all that? How is it?
So cool. So visually beautiful, and just the energy when you're there is there's the serenity, and also you feel the distance. You know, you're on an island in the middle of nowhere, and so it allowed for me to become just obsessed with the story. It's away from everybody that I knew, all my friends and family, and yeah, so it was a great place to just go and dream.
Have you ever considered just dressing up as your character and going to a convention and walking around?
We were actually talking about that.
Because Bryan Cranston did it, and he got away with being... Yeah, he dressed up as Walter White, and no one knew it was him. And supposedly...
Dressed up as Dredd and got it.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
And even, whatchamacallit, Johnny Depp will dress up as Jack Sparrow, and that's the only way he can go around through Comic-Con. So, consider it.
Think that it's actually him.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Wow. It looks just
There is a story that Hugh Jackman did it as well, but nobody took his picture and kept telling him he was too short.
No way. That's fantastic.
So you got to get
not on any of their level. I'll try it and see what happens.
Get those props.
Yeah.
Get hands
That's a great idea. I've got some milestones at home.
The book series has such a big fan base. Did you feel any pressure to sort of like really get it right with Will?
Yeah. Especially once you start hearing how much the books mean to people, and just you want to do it justice, and you want to respect the writing, but then at the same time and Terry did a great job of when I first met him. He came out to New Zealand and we went for lunch, and he empowered me in a way by allowing me to trust myself and say, you know what, I understand that this is not going to be exactly what is here because you're a human being and you're going to have your own experiences and so you will interpret this character in your own way. And he gave his blessing, and that relieves some of that pressure.
Now, did you read the books before you started shooting, or did they kind of want you to leave them?
Well, I mean, I knew that they were going to. The books and the scripts can never be exactly the same. I mean, the book is that big and the script is that, so it's hard. But thankfully, we weren't doing a movie, so we had a lot of time, and the scripts kind of you can do more. But I did read the books just because of that thing. You want to do it justice, and you want to just get as much information as you can, and you may have to leave things to the side, but you want to be as true to it as possible.
What was it about this character that attracted you to the part?
I think it was his the humanity of him, the not being the hero and having to find that in himself, and getting these challenges that come up in front of him and overcoming them in a very human way, just kind of not knowing what to do and to have to go, okay, well, I feel like a boy, but I'm having to learn how to become a man. And that's something that I'm still going through. And I think that we all kind of dealt with challenges in our life that we have to overcome, and that's where the hero in us comes out. And that's exciting.
You don't mind me saying, you are a very attractive gentleman, but there are some smoldering guys on TV. Do you think you can out-smolder them?
Absolutely not. Those guys just smolder like no other.
How are the action scenes in the show?
The action scenes were incredible. I was so impressed with the stunt team and with how the directors handled all the action. And we had after they left our show, they went off. The stunt guys went off to go do Game of Thrones. It was really and they were telling us about all the things they were filming on Game of Thrones being covered in flames and all these things. So I was like, all right, we're in good hands. And they trained us for a month beforehand, sword fighting and stunt training, and so we really got to learn a lot.
Very cool. Your character goes through a lot of growth, both through the books and I'm sure with the show. What's your experience like? What is it like growing with the character? And do you want to see how far the story goes? And what's your experience with that?
It really becomes almost like a therapy session every day. Because you're going through these things, and when it feels right, I mean, there's days where I just feel like the worst actor in the world, but when it feels right, it's when it's touching those pieces of myself that he's going through, and there's like seeds inside of us that if they're watered, that they grow, and it really does feel like therapy. So it's beautiful to kind of through a guy that doesn't really exist, but he does because he's human through you, which is really cool. It made me fall in love with acting again.
Did you do any of your own stunts, or would they not let you?
They let me do a lot, actually, and a lot of times they would think they were going to do it just with the stunt guys, and then I'd say, I really think I can do that, and then they go, try it, and I'd do it. And thankfully, I'd had the training, so it worked out well.
No broken bones.
Yeah, I didn't break any bones. I pulled a ligament in my finger that I'm still healing from. But yeah, that's the extent of my injuries.
Is there any action heroes you looked on as a kid growing up and say, now I'm the guy, I'm doing stuff?
Man,
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's the best at getting beaten up.
Yeah, he keeps coming back.
And he keeps coming back and he gets beat up.
Yeah.
He's just, I watched Blade Runner the other night.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, man, you're the best at getting
broken, and falling off.
Yeah, he's so good. My favorite, I remember I had to make a poster thing in school that was like, who is Austin? And I found it the other day, and I forgot that I had done it. But I mean, I was probably in 4th grade or 3rd grade or something. But my favorite 3 actors at that time were Jackie Chan, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
that's good,
and Johnny Depp. and so those were the guys that were up there. And I was thinking, okay, yeah, Jackie Chan. I forgot how much I loved
Terminator, pirate.
Yeah, exactly. That's me.
You live in the dream.
You live in the dream.
Yeah,
pirate.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, how many post-apocalyptic elements are we going to be seeing in the Shannara Chronicles? Because originally that wasn't really in the books, but got added in later.
Yeah, it's really interesting to me. Because now filming the show, I think of it so much as that. But as you say, when you first read the books, you almost don't. It kind of slips under the radar.
Yeah, Terry told us that he wrote it in later when he had to come up with a backstory. So it wasn't originally envisioned, but obviously they're pushing it hard. They have the Seattle Tower destroyed, and
I mean, I personally love that. I because it really gets my imagination going when I think, what if that happened in our world? What would that be like? And us as humans, how would we react to these new things that had never been a problem before? And if society as we knew it was wiped out, how would we recover? And I love the fact that the trolls and the dwarves, they're all deformed humans. And I thought that was such a cool twist on it. So really, I love it.
What are you excited for the fans to see for the show? Like, what are you most excited about?
Just excited for the fans to see. Oh man, it's a hard one because there's so much. I mean, when we were filming it, I didn't get to see any of the CGI, obviously, and so that was the thing that I was most looking forward to seeing. Is it going to look good? I mean, that's the thing that you're kind of nervous about because you're standing in front of a green screen, or there's a guy in a blue lycra suit with a mask on, and he's like chasing you like this, and you're going, I hope that's scary because I know. Yeah. So I'm screaming, but there's nothing there. So I was thinking, what's the other side of that shot that I did? So that was really exciting for me to see. I'm excited for them to see that, and just to see how they relate to the characters. I hope that they feel for them and care about them.
Are you afraid of the potential fan fiction that'll be used as, because people love the Shannara Chronicles, but then once it's on television, it becomes a thing that is able to be latched on by a larger audience, and then it goes into a terrifying place as people take, the person you've been playing.
It's not terrifying. Fanfic is awesome. I'm reading one on my phone right now.
Yeah. I just learned about fan fiction the other day. This little girl described it to me in the most eloquent way, and she goes on and creates her own fan fiction. I think she was 8 years old or something. It was amazing. So I really, it's exciting for me. I mean, I'd love to go in and read what I did. Yeah.